So, Paul, here we are in Nairobi today, going around visiting the Kilimanjaro Blind Trust project. So would you like to tell us a little bit about what happened, your journey into the world of amazing work that you are doing here?
Yeah, no, and I'm very happy you're here and are able to actually see it, because nothing replaces being there. As some people say, seeing is believing. And you can see the energy you can get from it if you see an impact that an organization like the Kilimanjaro Blind Trust Africa can have on each and every individual here in this part of the world. So we started very humbly in 2005 when a group of friends of mine said, let's climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Someone from Japan, we had someone from Austria, from Europe, here from Africa, from America, and the list goes on. It was a record number of visually impaired people, actually.
Wow.
So we came down and visited some of the blind schools and had brought watchers, had brought canes, some funding to help these schools. But we could see that that was not the permanent solution, that the situation was quite dire, if I may call it that way. Not many in school, not really having the right facilities, and not truly giving these people an opportunity. And we looked at the schools that were there, and the first thing we noticed was that a lot of good people in the world wanted to help, and they donated Braille machines, for example. At that time, a big, heavy Perkins Braille machines. We got involved in Braille books. It's a very tedious process to make a Braille book, and takes many years. And often, when the kids are in school, they want to talk about the latest book that is out. And the blind people then are not included because the book hasn't come on the market yet. So we created the Marrakesh Declaration that the UN and many countries signed for free access to books for people with disabilities, which is incredible. So little steps. And then the big breakthrough was really when technology accelerated, and we discovered, as a coincidence, the Orbit, which is a wonderful machine.
And yesterday when I came in, I had really no idea about the kind of like significance of the impact you are creating. But when I came in, and then I actually put the blindfold and tried the Orbit reader with my eyes closed, right? Then when the Braille started to move, it made me very, very emotional, because I could just feel how it is to have this experience of actually being able to connect with technology in that way.
Yeah, it's an extension of your eyes. And it's a universal language. It also makes it actually very exciting. What you do here is applicable anywhere. So where we are now is, after 20 years with the Kilimanjaro Blind Trust, having repaired and placed thousands of Braille machines, giving everybody the tools. We are in most of the schools in 5 countries in this part of the world, which is East Africa. We're expanding into other countries with a model now that is proven. And after 20 years, we also have many people now that have been able to go to university or develop skills. So now we are pivoting a little bit and trying to help the people with employment. And you met some of them, and the difference by providing them the technology or the tools that still might be a little bit absent in some of the schooling systems. But we have training programs here, intensive training programs that prepare them for employment.
And earlier, when we were in the car, you told me this new term which replaced the word disability.
Yes, I actually talk about diffability, because we all have different abilities. As I was explaining to you, I'm a very bad singer. People always discourage me from singing, and it somehow doesn't come out on pitch, although it sounds great to me. But we have all our areas where we excel, and other areas where we are not standing out. And what you see here now is because of the excitement of assisted technology, that people with visual impairment actually in many tasks become better than people that don't have to deal with that disability.
Right.
And as a result, they are more productive at work, they are more motivated, they raise the energy of the people around them. So this is a unique opportunity from an economic point of view, from a human point of view. When we developed the Sustainable Development Goals, which is the 17 goals I had the pleasure of helping develop with providing perspective from the private sector. We had one overarching goal, which basically said to not leave anybody behind. And that was in 2015, 10 years after we launched the Kilimanjaro Blind Trust Africa. So I firmly believe that to create this more sustainable, equitable, inclusive world of not leaving anybody behind.
And as we end this interview, if you have any piece of advice or message, what would you like to share?
Well, I think the best leaders in the world know what we need are leaders with a high level of humanity, humility, empathy, compassion. Leaders that have a strong sense of purpose, that are able to embed that at the core of their business. So this is more than just helping to unlock a great life for a person with visual impairment. This is really showing, in my opinion, how humanity should function. And if we would be able to multiply this and do this like you do with B1G1, to multiply that across the world, in fact, each and all of us are making these ripple effects that change the world for the better. And there's no better time to do that than now. In some parts of the world, you meet people that think that greed is good, but in my life, I've discovered that over the longer term, generosity will always win. So we need these type of leaders that put the interest of the common good ahead of their own. There's no better time to do that than now.
Thank you so much for being the one that we could look up to as well.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate
Enjoy
your
it.
work.
And likewise what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.